through this presentation. So I must compliment the whole group of students. Let's give them a big clap. I didn't understand the last in New York. We were all from very middle class backgrounds. We have never put very good shirts, first of all. We didn't know what is a gauntlet, what is using, what is, double, what do you call epaulets, whatever, all these terms and everything looked very strange to us. And I was very impressed with the pronunciation of the students, whether it is, the designers' names. We belong to an era when it was Louis Philippe. It was not Louis Philippe. And nobody knew it was Versace or, how to pronounce most of the names. So from those, if we transformed a great deal and were able to teach generations of students who are really doing well, that was because we were able to spend relatively deep diving time with good professors in FIT and also walking around the lanes of and roads of New York, and later being also exposed to UK's Harrods and various department stores, and in Paris in Printemps and various other stores at that time, and that sort of imprinted and changed our way of looking. So you can imagine the world has completely changed, and we are now in a different world where we are talking to digital natives and we are digital fossils, where we did not belong to that kind of a category. So when in the beautiful auditorium in NID when we were addressing the students, I thought I made a very effective speech. Students, because of their respect or because they are seeing the director for the first time, they were very nice. They kept quiet and they also clapped at the end. But then I realized that it had no meaning, because they didn't understand a single word of what I said, nor it was complete disaster of communication. So what I don't want to repeat what I have studied, what I have learned from my experience, is not to make such speeches to students. It is a waste of time, not because you are not keen to learn, but the way of communicating it and interacting with you has changed. And even when you are talking, my attention is going to this, small screen, because you get messages, you get distracted, or you are wanting to respond because they do not know where you are. And we are in a world of lot of invasion into our privacy, invasion into our time, and we are now an intrusive, digitally intrusive world, where I think communication in a focused manner to a student who is having, so you look at that, what is your name? Now, what is your name, for example? Just a question. Now, what came on your screen and what were you interacting? What interrupted you right now? No, my phone. But what was that message? From whom? What interrupted you?
My friend.
Your friend. Not here. Not here. And asked you about something happening or your program after 5. Something. Not to each other. Have you seen this? Raise your hand if you have seen this.
We do it.
See, all these women who are happily married or not married are all agreeing to what I said. So therefore, I want to say that to catch attention of students by teachers is not the same as we did between 1988 to 2000. That period is gone. Than probably what we would ever imagine. So what a professor or a student or teacher's relationship therefore is one among equals, who is a senior colleague in some cases, a mentor in some cases, a guide in some cases, a counselor in some cases, somebody who provides an insight instead of information, provides experience instead of just exploration. That kind of a person is what today's teacher is going to be. And therefore, the student also needs to understand the role is not of a person who knows everything. If you are under that impression that the person who is standing before you is quicker than Google, no, he is not. Are you quicker than Google? Though Vidya looks the closest to Google. Yeah. But are you faster than
No,
Google?
no, sir.
You are not.
Nothing closer. Nothing
So
unique.
that is the point. I have seen Vikas Kohli coming and telling after teaching NIT students in a class, I am talking about 2004, telling that the students were already in a Wi-Fi environment, and as soon as he uttered some word, they have already Googled it and told him few steps further, and he was completely frustrated, in teaching. So we are in that kind of a society. We are in that kind of a mood. So we should not pretend as teachers that we are going to give you GAN. Every word we speak is something which you have to write down, and I don't know, my daughter cannot even write now neatly, because everything is on, she hates any bank which does not have e-banking, and everything is informed by Citibank on her mobile, that 7,600 EMI has gone, everything, she is used to that. When I look at all my this thing, and she sees me struggling with all these things, that I am completely outdated, which is true. Because the children, the young generation, she must be 1 or 2 years elder to you, but more or less same broad age group. It's impossible to understand that these kind of things. There is an ATM machine which that also is now gone. They are using everything on various kinds of payment methods on e-banking. I think ATM will also become irrelevant after some time. Just as classrooms will eventually. Brick and mortar classrooms will be eventually dead. Because Khan Academy, how many of you Renaissance period and all that? So I joined the course. And I keep on getting their videos and information, which I have done few of them already. And so you can be learning yourself anytime, anywhere, without any pressure of peers or pressure of teachers at your own condition. Same thing goes with Coursera. Have you heard about Coursera? Coursera. Coursera is again online courses available free of cost, and you can join courses. You can compete with those people who are sitting inside a Harvard school or a Boston school or anywhere, and those people will obviously get a certificate, but you will not, because those people are paid students inside a classroom. But you can compete with them, and you can prove that you are higher than the numbers or the rating which the student got inside the classroom. So what I want to say is that you may be sitting in this classroom, but your competition is not the person whom you saw just now in the group. They introduce each other, they are not the competition. They are also not necessarily the only source of information. And the people sitting here are also not necessarily the source of information. Then what do we do? Why are we taking views from this? It's a relevant question, right? Seriously speaking, the institute should stop doing this. Our faculty are completely surprised that I am advising them to stop this. Why I am telling this is, we should think about the institute as a context. Because when we went to New York, and one side you have the export center, and you have number of white houses in these buildings surrounding apparel house, which connect a manufacturer with the buyer. And that is where the apparel house comes in, which was originally meant to be like California Mart, where showrooms of exporters are kept in, and importers come, place orders, which is no more true. Because I went to the Jabong online fashion show as a jury member recently, and I found that all the auditions which were held and the kind of fashion presentations they are making now online are making people buy those young designers who are putting up their wares online. They are being grabbed by people from all over the world, all over the country. So earlier brick and mortar was required by a designer or a marketer or a merchandiser to reach up to the customer. Today they are putting up full fashion show with the garments on, and you could actually place orders on such garments straight away. So the things have changed in such a manner that it is not the same kind of technology or techniques which today's students need to look at. They need to look at the entire fashion scene as their own lifestyle. That is why the course is called Fashion and Lifestyle Design, because it has become part of lifestyle. And when